safe though, trust me. That is safe.
But not wolves.
Alright, you guys, we're back today with Romeo, and what we want to talk about today is training a dog that's completely deaf with one of these pager collars. Romeo's a 4-year-old American Bulldog. He was born deaf, and a lot of white dogs are born deaf. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, but it has to do with when they're developing the pigment and the otic nerve are related. So if the dog's inner ear doesn't have any pigmentation, then they end up being deaf. And there's other reasons a dog can be deaf too. But Romeo was born deaf. It is a problem in this breed and a lot of other breeds. Boxers and Dalmatians have dogs that are deaf. So anyway, but the great thing about these pager collars is you can train a dog completely off leash that's deaf, and you would not be able to do this with anything else. So remember, we've got the sound box on today. When he feels that vibration, that is really just replacing the verbal command. We've given the command a physical connotation. So he really doesn't have any handicap anymore. And the way that we train them with these is really the same way that you would train a dog that has hearing. So if you guys have a deaf dog at home, go back and look at some of our videos introducing the collar, and that will show you how to get your dog started. You're going to start everything on leash, of course, but then once you just proceed on, and you're always going to have the pager's going to, instead of enhancing the command, the pager's going to become the replacement for the verbal command. The only real difference is we're going to use hand signals, and we'll kind of show you guys some of those that we do. For the down, we do the same thing with the tapping the foot. For the praise, we use a thumbs up and an okay like this. And then for the heel, we do the little tap of the leg, and the same thing for the sending away. And for the coming, we do kind of a rolling signal. You want to have a lot of action if you're at a distance so the dog can kind of see that. So we're just going to work him around a little bit more, and if anybody at home has a dog that's deaf and needs help with training, then please contact us. We'll do everything in the world we can to help you with that. And I don't want you to feel like you can have a dog like this that's completely deaf that you can have off leash as long as you use this collar. And it's not anything negative in any way. If anything, the dog is much happier because he can understand what we want. And we also use this with him, when he's sleeping, because you don't want to startle one that's deaf. When he's sleeping, we'll just bump the pager to kind of let him know we're there to wake him up, and then that kind of wakes him up, and then you can kind of cue him that way. So we'll just work him around a little bit more, and we'll go from there. We're going to use the same. And then the thumbs up. And then we're going to give him the treat. We want him to go. And remember, you guys, we're starting the pager slightly before. And we've also taught him to stay in a little bed. it's not that much different. You're still kind of gesturing. You know, the main thing is, and you can talk to one that's deaf. They can kind of learn to read your lips. We just don't, because we're so worn out from giving all the other ones commands. They innately read body language anyway. So you definitely want to use treats, and I want anybody that wants help with this to please contact us. And we've trained a lot of deaf dogs here. We used to work with the Boxer Rescue. We've trained a lot of either Dalmatians or the Boxers that are deaf, and this is really the ideal way. There isn't any other way. You just train them with hand signals or whatever. The problem that you would get into is that doesn't work if the dog's not looking at you. For this, we can use the collar to get the dog's attention and to help it understand what we want. So we'll just do a little recall with him here. I'll make him stay in the bed so you guys can kind of see that hand signal for the recall. And that's really the most important command for one that's deaf, is that you can get him to come back. The problem with Romeo was he was in rescue. He had been in 3 different homes. He would just bust out the door and then take off running down the street. And after several hours of chasing him, they would quickly drive him back to the rescue. So my friend Jen got him and brought him to us for training. Hi, Jennifer. And he's turned out to be a great dog. We just love this dog. But they do have some special needs, but the collar sort of levels the playing field, so he's really not handicapped anymore. Oh, you sucker. Look at that. Yeah. Did you tell me he couldn't see?
He can't hear.
Oh, he's here. Oh. All right, you guys. So that's Romeo for today. We're going to work on him a little bit more. We want to have him back for a couple episodes. So you do have to be a little bit more patient with one that was deaf. When he kept getting out of there, I just kept helping him understand he kind of had to stay there. But don't get angry or upset with him, because he's got to say to himself, he's a little frustrated too. We need to make it as easy as possible for him to understand what we want. So anyway, you guys, we'll have a couple more episodes with him soon. And please subscribe to my videos.